Hey everybody. Ew, I don't know why. I feel like my greeting always sounds so awkward, but I'm just gonna leave it because fuck it, okay? Well, okay. So welcome back to the H.O.E podcast, the Honesty Over Everything podcast. We're in season 2. I'm your girl Nadia Alexis. And so before I get into today's episode, I feel like a YouTuber because there's this one YouTuber I listen to that's like, before I get to today's episode, I just want to let you know that this video is for educational Let me stop because I'm going on a whole nother tangent. But anyways, okay, so before I start what today's episode is about, I want to give like a little update, and then it moseys into this in a sense, but it also talks about another episode too that's going to be coming up. So, like I told you guys last week, I was kind of dealing with ending something with somebody, and so I was kind of dealing with that. And by the time I recorded, I think I was feeling good. And by the weekend, honestly, y'all, I was feeling better. Like I was working events for Taste of Charlotte, and I was vibing, and I was making good money, and I just was getting my confidence back and just feeling good, Like got free drinks for giving free ice cream, got free food. My energy was great. I was seeing repeating numbers like I told y'all like all the time. But then one of those nights, one of those nights, I will say this, and don't come for me because no, I'm not going back and dealing with this person, and no, I'm not spinning the motherfucking block. I have a whole episode about spinning the block coming out, and I'll tell you I will never do that shit again. But anyways, this person needed to stop by because they left something here that they needed, and so I was gonna give it to them just to get it out of my fucking way. And so while they were here, naturally, they asked me, could we have a conversation? And I was like, it can be quick. I gotta get up. I'll give you my time for a little bit because I've given you my time long enough. And so, I talked to them for maybe a little over an hour to try to hear what they had to say, just because it was just so we could end things on better terms and just for some closure. And they just fucking beat around the bush. They were talking about absolutely nothing, and I just felt like I was talking to a 2-year-old. But anyways, before they left, they were like, "Can I have a hug? Bye." And I'm like, "Okay, I guess." And so I don't know why I did it, because me knowing how energy is and how draining this person's energy was. Let me tell y'all, like I said, I was doing great by the weekend. Like I hadn't cried like in a couple days, and I was feeling better, right? And so I give this person a hug, and they hug me tight and for like a good minute. And by the time they're done hugging me, I'm crying. I'm talking like not boohooing, but I'm like teared up. Like they sucked the life out of me. When they left, my energy felt gone. And for the past few days, when I tell y'all, I've felt like shit. I feel better today. It's been I'm feeling better, but like I didn't cry today. I cried the past few days. Did I cry today? I might have teared up this morning, but I think I'm fine. I didn't. I don't know. I don't remember. But anyways, so like the other day when I was kind of really, I want to say Monday because yeah, Monday, because the last time I had worked at the event was Sunday. I was like really feeling like low. I'm talking, my energy felt gone again. I felt unmotivated to work out or create or eat, and like I just felt like completely just bad. So I'm sitting on my couch in front of my ancestor altar, and like I wasn't like talking to my ancestors. I was just sitting on a couch because I had just went outside to take out the trash, and I was like kind of crying or whatever. And I looked on the ground and I saw this folded piece of paper, and I forgot that like not yesterday, but the day before that, when I was doing promo for an ice cream brand, that I went to hand this guy one of the free ice creams, and he was like, "No, take this instead." Now I'm not gonna lie, you know how dudes be. I thought it was a phone number. So I decided to open it because I see the piece of paper on the ground, like I said, the next day while I'm crying in front of my ancestral altar. I open it and it says, "Your pain doesn't define you. Smile. You are loved and needed." And like y'all know me, if you know me, you know I'm not religious. I'm not Christian. I respect everything, but it left 2 Bible verses, Psalms 28:7 and Matthew 6:33. And this same Bible study, so I'm not about to go read it. You can go look it up if you want to hear what it was. I did read them, and I mean they were good, I guess. But yeah, so like the reason why like I felt like in that moment that was a message I needed though, and I felt like it was a message for my spirit team, was because like I said, I was feeling good prior to that interaction, and then all of a sudden, I started feeling bad, and then I started feeling bad about other shit, like with people that I was working with on things or planning on working with on things. I was starting to think, do they even want to work with me? Do they even really like my work? Do they really think I'm good when they say that I'm good at modeling or with my podcast or that my boutique's good? Like, I was really starting to think all this shit again. I was really starting to be like, I'm about to just say fuck Jim Patel and get rid of everything and just go drop the inventory off in the middle of downtown for the homeless. Like, I was just not feeling myself again. And why did my voice crack like that? Ugh. But anyway, so I felt like that message was like a really good message. And so that kind of leads me into wanting to talk today about self-doubt and imposter syndrome, because I struggle with that shit. I know a lot of my entrepreneur friends or my creative friends for sure struggle with it. So I wanted to kind of talk about it, like, and give like advice on it. Like I said, I'm still not 100% where I was this time last year. Well, not this time last year. Well, yeah, this time last year. And whenever I started, why is it not letting me fucking log into my MacBook so I can read this shit to you guys? But yeah, like I do feel like I can talk about it because I deal with it. And yeah. Okay, so sorry, I was trying to log into my MacBook so that I could look at the shit that I looked up. I kind of feel like, when you go to the doctor and they're giving you like, you're giving them like your symptoms and then they're typing on the computer, because we all know that they're really using a fancy version of Google. But anyways, so yeah, so like me and my friend were talking the other day, and we were talking about like imposter syndrome and self-doubt, and I was kind of saying how I struggle with them, and we were both kind of talking about it. And he was like, well, honestly, he goes, really, imposter syndrome is just self-doubt. And I was like, honestly, you're right. But essentially, they're what's the word? Y'all know I be struggling sometimes. Self-doubt. Okay, no. I got it. Imposter syndrome is a form of self-doubt. So yes, they are the same, but they can be different in the sense that self-doubt is more so like you don't have confidence in yourself or your abilities. Whereas imposter syndrome is like, let's say you just won a motherfucking Grammy or some shit like that, and you just don't feel deserving, like, or that you are worth it, or like, yeah, like you just don't believe in your accomplishments or feel like you deserve them. You feel like a fraud, like that you faked it to get there, some shit like that. And so not my fucking vape. God damn it. Hold on. Okay. And so oh man, I'll be okay, so I just listened to my other episode because I go back I go back and listen to them, and I've been laughing at myself so much. Are you okay, bro? You choking or are you crying? Okay. Anyways, so where was I going with this whole thing? So like I said, I was kind of struggling this past week with trusting my modeling abilities, trusting that this podcast is even good, and trusting that my boutique is good, especially because I was been supposed to have my boutique out, and like I've been feeling like shit because like I said, I wasn't motivated to do the shit. Now I'm just waiting on a logo really, so we're just waiting on that, which is cool. But I gotta redo my website, but I really feel like I can't do my website, so I have my logo and I can't order everything. But anyways, I felt like shit because I Bonnaroo's coming up, and like all the big music festivals like E-Forest and all that. And I really wanted my bras ready for that. And I really wanted to see whoever were rocking it while they're in front of like the big Rue Arc or whatever. But it is what it is. There's several other festivals that are coming up after these that I know that I will get somebody in, whether it's for that, for Pride, for a rave, whatever. As long as somebody's rocking my shit, it don't fucking matter what the occasion is. I just will feel good knowing somebody is. But okay, so like I was really, I'm all over the place, y'all. Goddamn. Like having a hard time. Like I was really about to just say, fuck all this. Like, but I have these people I work with who tell me that I'm good. Like I'm great. Like I take great pictures. I have great inventory. I'm talented. And like I said, I was thinking in my head, oh, they're just saying that to be nice. Like, they're my friends. They don't want to hurt my feelings. All this shit and blah, blah, blah. But, nah, man, you gotta stop that shit. I gotta stop that shit. But I know that some of y'all do that shit too. When people tell you that you're good, that you doubt it. And I know that some people be talking, but can you stop whining, please, honey? Like, you're really distracting me, and I'm already struggling with my life to stay focused over here. And so, sorry, y'all. I fired him, and he keeps trying to come back like a toxic ex. What was I saying? Yeah, so, God damn it, sorry. Okay, let's just move on from that. So, like, if you do struggle with imposter syndrome, like, you might feel like you're being judged for small mistakes. You might give credit to other people or situations when you actually did it. You might have trouble accepting criticism, even when it's constructive, because sometimes people are just giving feedback that's positive, but sometimes people are dicks. Let's be real. Like, you feel like people are gonna you think you're a fraud and figure out that you're phony. And like I said, you downplay your own success and your intelligence or expertise, even in areas when you know you're highly skilled. I do that shit a fucking lot. There'll be something I know that I know what I'm talking about, and I'll just won't even speak up on it sometimes because of the fact that, like, I just doubt myself and just feel like, oh, they're not gonna believe me. Like, what the fuck do I know? When I fucking actually know a motherfucking lot, because I read a lot. I might show my ass on social media, but I show my ass and I'm smart. Okay? But, yeah, okay, so when you downplay your accomplishments, one of the things I notice I do, and I gotta stop, I have a whole nother episode about this, so I don't want to go too far into it. It's like, I dim my light. Like, I've done so many things, even if I, in the end, didn't stick with it, or it didn't work out for me, at least I tried it. And, like, I sit here and I don't gas myself enough, especially when it comes to the accomplishments that I have actually had in the past 4 years with my boutique. From the fact that I did Concord Fashion Week after having my boutique less than a year, and they said me that I had the most diverse boutique when it came to race, age, and height, and, like, well, weight and all that, like, body. And so I did that. I've interned and I've walked in a lot of shows. I've done so much. I fucking had a store. It wasn't my fault that the shit got bought out because of gentrification. But I had a fucking store, and I had a store that people came to. I have to remember that shit whenever I feel like y'all, I feel like I just had an epiphany. Like, the Barbs will get that, but I'm not a Barb. I can't stand Nicki Minaj that much. Ooh, I'm gonna get it for saying that. Anyways, no, like, me saying all this, it's like out loud, it's making me think, yeah, you dumb bitch. Like, why have you been, like, doubting yourself? Yeah, you've taken a minor bump. Shit happens, especially when you are a small business owner who also has to pay bills, also has a fur child, also has to take care of yourself and other things too. You know? Like, so of course I had to maybe take a minute away. So it's like, oh my God, I just feel like, I'm sorry I'm having, like, this realization while I'm, like, recording, but at the same time I feel like it's fucking good. Like, yeah, man, like, that imposter syndrome, yeah, we're fucking humans. But like I said, especially when you're a creator, you might doubt that your work, like your photography, your poetry, your writing, I guess, but because writing could actually be a book too, so don't come for me. Like, your content, whatever, like, but remember, we're our biggest critic. And if you feel like you're doubting yourself, I mean, don't get me wrong, sometimes we might fumble and fuck up sometimes when it comes to your creation. I might buy some shit that's ugly as fuck for my boutique. But it's good to have people that you feel like you can trust, that you feel like you can talk to, that you feel like are going to give you that real constructive criticism, and go talk to them. If you're feeling like, for example, if I, like, whenever I'm picking photos, or like I will go with picking photos or even picking inventory, I'll go to my friends whose opinions I trust the most and get their feedback on it, because I know they care and I know they're not being haters. So that's one thing you can do when you're struggling with imposter syndrome. Is that find somebody, talk to somebody that gives a fuck about you and that you give a fuck about, and take that constructive criticism. Um, let's see what else. Here we go. Oh yeah, okay, here we go. The other one is do like I just fucking did and really sit there and start writing down your accomplishments. Like, I don't gas myself up enough, honestly. Like, I tried out for a motherfucking NBA dance team knowing my ass is not a professional dancer, and I did it because I was scared. And that's one thing I have to tell myself too is, bitch, you will always try something. Even if you don't like it, in the end, at least you fucking tried it. Even if you were fucking scared, at least you did it. So, like, y'all are literally listening to this before your ears, because we're not saying watch before your eyes, because this is an audio. Like, me come to this realization, so it shows you that if you're struggling with this shit, like I've been fucking struggling with it, that you can fucking just sit there, like I said, like that really works. Sitting there really thinking about the things that you have accomplished, even if in the end it didn't work out, at least you did it, you tried. Or, like I said, like, talking to a fucking friend. Let's see what else we can fucking do. It says, use positive self-talk. Like, I talk about it a lot, affirmations. Like, one of my favorites is I'm powerful as anyone ever, because we all have the power to live the fucking life we want. The power of manifestation is real, but remember, you can't manifest if you're a lazy ass motherfucker. You got to put in the work too, okay? So don't forget that part. A growth mindset. You can't stay in a fucking box and have a small mindset and not think bigger and think that you could accomplish better and think that you can do more. I think I also have an episode coming out about something to the gist of that as well. A mentor. I really need that too. So if somebody knows somebody that's a really good mentor as far as maybe a podcast or the fashion industry, though I'm meeting some more people in that. Having a mentor really does help. I did used to have one, and he helped me a lot as far as like my operations agreement and my LLC and all that fun stuff that comes with having to want to have a business. It says, yeah, talk to a trusted friend about your feelings. Yeah, that too. I don't really think I went into that. I said more so go ask them for feedback. But if you're struggling, like one of my friends, I do have her that I can go talk to whenever I am feeling shitty about all this kind of stuff, and she's always been amazing to me. Remind yourself, oh, I like this, that perfectionism is simply a form of anxiety. I like that. So just remember that. Mindfulness techniques. Yeah, so fucking breathe, meditate, journal, ground yourself, walk in some grass. That shit will fucking help you. And that shit, even if you're religious, that is not, you can still have your beliefs and do that kind of stuff. But if you don't want to, I respect it. It says we can all help reduce imposter syndrome when we appreciate efforts over results, talk openly about your fears or setbacks. That's what I'm motherfucking doing right now. Normalize mistakes by talking about them as a learning opportunity, not failures. That's, yeah, like, Rihanna got a tattoo after she went through some things in the past, and it's written backwards so that I think I've said this before too, like it's written backwards so that whenever she's looking in the mirror, she sees it, and it says never a failure, always a lesson. And that's one thing I had to do, like, even with this situation I just went through, I was beating myself up. Even today, honestly, earlier, I was kind of like, another 6 months that I could have spent healing and progressing was wasted. And even like my last relationship when I was sad over it and I lost all the weight, like, I regretted that, and still I haven't gotten my gains back, so I still be upset sometimes, but you just gotta look at these situations that we get into. And, I know that this is more relationship, but like, I was just saying still, because you can like this is some shit that's been bothering me. So you just gotta look at it as it's something that you learned from. It's that way you know to not fucking do it again. And that goes as far as your business or whatever you're struggling with and are having imposter syndrome with. Bro, like, for real? Come on. Yeah, take a strengths-based approach to performance feedback. So yeah, like, sorry, my dog's fucking distracting me again. Take a strengths-based approach to performance feedback. So yeah, like I said, just don't take feedback that's negative. Like I said, some people can be assholes and fuck them. Because usually the people that are negative and have like the most fucked up feedback, the most bullshit to say, are the people who ain't doing nothing. So don't even worry about them. Um, yeah. So as far as that goes, I really don't have much more to say as far as giving the advice on it when it comes to that. Those are just some more things. If you want to kind of look up, there's a lot of things on Google. I'm sure TikTok University has Sage. I'm almost done, honey. Okay. TikTok University probably has all kinds of shit on imposter syndrome as well. But also I'll go over like the different, it puts a list of, we're going to say this because I didn't really go over people with high levels of self-doubt or who experience imposter syndrome often are high achievers, don't feel as capable as others, struggle with work-life balance, struggle with perfectionism, have performance anxiety or don't feel adequately prepared, find feedback difficult to hear, aggressively pursue achievements but don't accept recognition of success, fear failure, mistakes, or not continuing success, and sometimes success itself. God, I can't read. So, if you're struggling with any of that, or that sounds like you, then all the shit I talked about before this, which maybe I should have went over the symptoms first, will definitely help you, because I know, like I said, the one thing that I just realized helped me a lot was really just saying my accomplishments out out loud. Even if you gotta do that shit while you're sitting at home looking in the mirror by your fucking self, do it. Matter of fact, like I said, how I used to do 3 things I was grateful for, 3 things I wanted to manifest, and 3 positive affirmations. Add to that 3 things you're motherfucking proud of yourself for, though I guess that'd be kind of grateful. They could be different. 3 things that you're proud that you've accomplished in life. Honestly. Like, it don't have to be today. It don't have to be last week. Just 3 things that you've thought about, that you've done over the past few years that you're fucking proud of, and that'll make you, because yeah, think about it. I just named that I tried out for the honeybees. And that was fucking like 7 years ago. So it's still something, and I still feel like the motherfucking shit when I talk about it. And I feel so much better talking to y'all and knowing that when a lot of y'all listen to this shit, that you take it in. And I appreciate everybody, honestly, too, that takes the time to listen and doesn't just go off of the person I am on social media, even though I really am myself, but I'm saying like just the pictures and shit, because you don't really hear me talk. Like, I appreciate the people that took the time to actually listen to this and listen to my podcast in general, and who have been here, and who, even the people who have just started, because it really like helps you get to know me. And then, like I said, like, it shows that we experience a lot of the same things sometimes, and that I wanted just people to help other people that have deal with what I deal with. And that's another thing I would say that the imposter syndrome comes in, is there's sometimes when I post, and I'm sure there are people that think that, but fuck them. And some of them still listen, and if you're listening, fuck you. But actually, no, because you're still giving me play. So there's the people that are like, oh, this bitch doesn't know what she's fucking talking about. Look at how she posts. Look, like, and like, I had to not, that's what my mind would be telling me whenever I would be posting or promoting my podcast. Like I said, I'm sure there are people that think that, but that doesn't matter. Their opinions are relevant. And what are they doing anyways? And so, yeah, like, just, and whenever these feelings come up of imposter syndrome or self-doubt, don't beat yourself up. Don't hate yourself. Don't give yourself a 444. I just saw that. Don't give yourself a hard time. Like, realize that we're like I said, we're on an experience. We're in an experience, and we are learning every day. And like I said, especially when you're an artist, going through this when it comes to your own creations is a motherfucker. Like, I know some amazing artists that doubt themselves, but they still keep going because at the end of the day, they really do know that they're great, like, deep down. So I feel like I went 25 minutes in, and like y'all know I try to keep it at like 30 minutes. I feel like I didn't take notes, like I said, so I kind of just went off of. Oh, yes, this is something I wanted to say because I was talking about blocking blessings earlier. My podcast gets a lot of plays on episodes. And like I said, thank you to everybody who has listened, who has given me feedback, who has told their friends about it. I appreciate you. But I want to say one thing. My least listened to episode. My least listened to episode is the episode, I just saw 555, is the episode called You're Blocking Your Own Blessings By. And I think that that is so very telling of how many people lack accountability and self-awareness. Goodness. I'm talking shit and can't talk. Like, self-awareness. Like, they don't take accountability and they lack self-awareness. Like, that really shows that, because it's like, I feel like that saying, oh, I don't want to hear how I'm the problem in my life. Because sometimes we are the motherfucking problem. Because I'm sorry, Sage. I've definitely been the motherfucking problem. And I still have been the problem recently in my life. But yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. So if you haven't listened to that episode, you should go listen to it, because it's really helpful. And like, having self-awareness and taking accountability is sexy. Sage, bruh, I'm almost done. Stop. He's attacking me. Okay, so anyways, I think that that's everything I pretty much wanted to cover. If not, I'll write a note and I'll talk about it in the beginning of the next episode before we get into it. I don't even know what next week's going to be about. I kind of want to do the spin the block, but I'll think about it. So, okay, thanks again. Oh my God, I'm so awkward. So, okay, thanks again for listening, you guys. Thank you for always supporting me. Thank you for being here. If you don't follow me, go follow me. My Instagram, my personal one, is oolalexi. That's OOOLA_LEXII. The H.O.E podcast Instagram is THE. Oh my God, hold on, I'm going to start over, because I could have just spelled. That's why. Okay. So the H.O.E podcast Instagram is at the H.O.E podcast. I know why, because I tried to spell the, and that's what threw me off. And I mean, I spelled it right, but something threw me off. Yeah, I know I'm gonna get to a point where I need to edit, but this is also what makes it great, is because I'm being so authentic, and you guys get to see how awkward and weird I actually am. So make sure you're following that. Make sure you tune in. I'm trying to do better about posting once a week. I feel like I've always been good. If you have any episode ideas, let me know. If you have any feedback, I've always loved to hear it. Have a wonderful, it's 2:02 in the morning. Have a wonderful night, morning, weekend, weekday. Happy birthday, happy holiday, whatever the fuck. Happy Juneteenth, all that. Bye.